Okay, so very good. Yeah, that's the move we're after. And that's the move we're after. Exactly right. Okay, so the drill, what you're trying to do, exactly right. Okay, buddy, so look at this one now. Obviously great in the takeaway. Okay, much squarer over there. Setting even better than it was last week, and now look how much shorter it is as well. It's always been your concern, and I've always said to you, it'll fix it if you swing it correctly. Let's say that. Okay, tiny bit there, but how much better than 2 days ago, mate? And now you're shutting the face down. Oh, it's a great little move there. Well done. Okay, and watch what happens to the face in the swing path. Look at that. It's cool, eh? Oh, and that even takes off on line. Oh, brilliant work, mates. Brilliant work. Keep it up, eh? That's looking really, really good. How's it, mate? Okay, so to answer your question, it's not really something we deliberately want to do, but we have to do it not to manipulate anything or to, obviously to change the face orientation, okay? But the reason we have to do it is because you have taught yourself to open the club face in the transition. So we're trying to counteract a move that either you've done naturally or somehow you've taught yourself to do, and we have to now get rid of that move, okay? How far it goes is really sort of week by week we'll decide, what's feeling good and obviously track it on camera and stuff. Okay, so I just want to show you two videos. So obviously we're Tiger here, just maybe to answer your question a little bit better. Okay, so if we look at the top, okay, obviously the left wrist is flat, okay, but that's also, remember, assuming that your grip and everything is good. So we're looking at the club face. The club face is square to the plane. Okay, so that's a really good club face position. So that's really good. Okay, so let's see what he does now in the transition. Okay, so he keeps it pretty flat, maybe a very tiny closing of it there, but he keeps it pretty square. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you have to bow it. What I'm saying is, we can't cup it. That's what we can't do. We can't open the face in the transition. That's what we can't do. And then obviously as he rotates through to square the face, we'll see a little bit of bowing happen there. It started there. There's a bit more. Okay. And then there's a touch more. Obviously we can't see from this camera angle, but that'll square the face. There we go. Okay, so face squaring up quite nicely. Okay. Okay, now if we compare that to Morikawa, now obviously that one with Tiger is what I would call very neutral. Very, very neutral. Okay. Certainly shot variety would be there. Probably be able to hit the ball straight, fade or draw if you wanted to, whatever. Obviously a little bit of alignment and timing to do that. Whereas Colin, as we know, will generally hit 95% fades, what you call a power or a shut face fade. Okay, so what's the difference now, right? So, okay, takeaway and stuff are the same. Face square to the plane, that's all good, that's fine. Up until this point already, maybe a subtle difference already, but pretty close. Okay, now watch what happens with the club in the left wrist. So he's already starting to bow it a little bit there. Okay, and then watch how much he bows it as he sets the club. Okay, so that face is now shut, closed. Okay, so I want it to feel like that to you, but I don't actually necessarily want you to do that. I just want you to feel more like that and obviously arrive somewhere closer to what Tiger's doing, somewhere as we would call neutral. Okay, but you got a long sort of way to go still with it. That's why, especially in this part of the swing, you get what I'm saying? And almost every tour player is either flat or a little bowed or a lot bowed. Okay. In fact, there's not even very many flat in this part of the swing. There's always a little bit of a bow to it because you're going to need to square the face, and obviously you're going to increase and store your lag. So the flexion in the right wrist creates that little bit of bow as well. You don't have to worry about that, but I'm just saying that's what it is. Okay, so it's got to feel like this, okay, and it's not, you know, a move that we're just kind of making up and we want to do. It's a move we have to practice because of the cup that you have developed in your backswing and in your transition. Okay, I hope that makes sense, my boy.